Hi guys, let us discuss some changes going on in the channel. So first of all, video production has slowed down a little bit. I have been suffering with a bit of a toothache over the last few days, progressively getting worse and worse, which never really puts me in the mood to record. I also like to have a drink so I can clear my throat while I'm recording. But a cold drink and even a hot drink, my teeth are sensitive right now to it, and it's sending like nerve pains or whatever, toothache pains into my head. Not pleasant, doesn't make recording any fun, but that is something I'm trying to work around. On top of that, I have been called into work a couple of times, which obviously gets in the way of recording. I have to do my job, that's my responsibility. So unfortunately, sometimes YouTube recording can be set aside for that. However, I am working on a slightly tweaked schedule. It's not so much of a new schedule as it is a continuation of an old one. I would like to try and get 2 videos every day. That is the ultimate goal. An earlier video with video games and a later video with either board game related content or other real life content. Speaking of video game series, a new series, Watch Dogs, has recently started on the channel. I know it's an old game, but it's one that I've been meaning to play. Trying something a little different, editing it more than I've been doing on things like Assassin's Creed and LEGO Dimensions, just to cut out a few parts, get to some of the interesting bits a little faster, you know, that kind of thing. Let me know what you think of the series and the slightly more edited format. I may increase editing even more in other series, say shorter series like RimWorld or one-off videos, and just have it more of a fast-paced, heavily cut video. Let me know what you think of that. If that sounds appealing to you, let me know in the comments. Other series that will be coming soon, I do want to start focusing more on some board game content. I would love to get a weekly board game play going on the channel. The major slowdown for that in the past has been making rule overview videos. I never really enjoyed doing them. However, it is something that I feel is important for you to understand the rules of the game so you understand the content of the video. If you have any ideas on that subject, I would love to hear them in the comments. If you have a strong opinion either way on whether a rules over video will be useful for yourself or you're just not interested in them, let me know. At some point this week, I will be recording some board game content, so if you would like to see any of the board games in my collection, check out the link in the description to my Board Game Geek profile, where you can view which board games I have available to show you. Bridging the gap between video games and board games, I would like to restart a project which we worked on a while ago of recreating board games in Minecraft. This will be done on the Patreon server. I will probably mostly work on it on weekends, which will offer ample opportunity for those of you who are members of the Patreon server to join the process, hang out, help, or hinder it. Now turning the attention slightly on to live streams. Live streams was something I was never really happy with. I never felt the time that I could do them was conducive to pulling in an audience. My live streams tended to be late at night and relatively short. It may be something we revisit in the future, but as for right now, I'm not keen on doing them. Again, if you have an opinion on that, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear any kind of discussion you can make on these subjects. Personally, I find that while the live platform can be great for some people, it alienates a lot of the viewership who can't be at the live stream. There is a lot of audience interaction, conversation, and dialogue with the chat, and if you can't turn up for it, for example, a majority of my audience, as it is a late night live stream, then you might feel left out in watching the video on demand, which can then end up being long and rambly, or alternatively, hard to edit down into a shorter, concise episode. Again, it may be something we revisit in the future, but for right now, my personal opinion is to steer away from the live streams. Now, we did discuss the Patreon server briefly. Patreon is still an ongoing support option for those of you who are fans of the channel and would like to aid in its growth. The various reward and pledge levels can be viewed at patreon.com/adlingtont. In addition, we also have TAD at givetad.com/adlingtont, where you can support the channel completely for free. One thing I would like to mention about TAD briefly is that it does require 25 supporters for them to pay out. Right now I have some money sitting in the TAD bank, but I won't be paid it until 25 people watch TAD adverts to support the channel. If you are on the fence about supporting through TAD, it is a fantastic way to do so. Even if you just watch one advert, as long as 24 other people do so, you are contributing to getting those funds to the actual channel. Finally, under the support category, there is a new option to support the channel called Coffee. Coffee is essentially tipping the channel. There is no commitment. You give an increment of $3 once. That is it. You can do it multiple times, but it is the equivalent of going to Tim Hortons and buying a coffee for the channel. There is a link in the description if that method of support appeals to you. Anyway, I do have a dentist appointment coming up in the near future here, so hopefully I can get this toothache sorted and I can get back into the swing of recording videos every day. I would like to thank you guys for your continued viewership. It is very much appreciated and I love all of you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you very much for watching.